Right now, as you're watching this video, something very dangerous is happening to your money. And the man who has made more money in the stock market than almost anyone alive, Warren Buffett, is screaming a warning that most Americans are completely ignoring. At 94 years old, Warren Buffett just made the most shocking financial move of his entire career. And when the greatest investor in history starts dumping stocks and hoarding cash like the world is about to end, you need to pay attention. Because this isn't just another market headline. This could be the final warning before millions of Americans lose everything they've worked for. Welcome to US Wealth Academy. I'm about to break down exactly what Warren Buffett is doing right now, why he's doing it, and the 5 urgent steps you must take before it's too late. Stay until the end of this video because step number 5, that's the one that could literally save your financial future. Let's get into it. Okay, so here's what happened. And this is not speculation. This is straight from Berkshire Hathaway's public filings. Warren Buffett, the man who has always preached, "Be greedy when others are fearful," just sold off massive portions of his stock portfolio. We're talking about a level of selling that Wall Street has never seen from him before. He slashed his Apple position, a stock he once called probably the best business in the world. He reduced his Bank of America holdings significantly, and across the board, Berkshire Hathaway has been systematically unloading equities quarter after quarter. And what is he doing with all that money? He's sitting on the largest cash pile in Berkshire Hathaway's entire history. We're talking about over $334 billion in cash and short-term treasury bills. Let me say that number again, $334 billion. That is more cash than the GDP of entire countries. Now, Warren Buffett doesn't panic. He doesn't make emotional decisions. Every single move this man makes is calculated, deliberate, and backed by decades of financial wisdom. So when the Oracle of Omaha starts dumping stocks and hoarding cash at a level we've never seen, that's not a coincidence. That's a signal. And the question you should be asking yourself right now is, what does he see coming that the rest of us don't? Section 2. What Buffett sees coming. Let me explain exactly what's going on and why Buffett is preparing for what could be one of the most devastating financial events in modern American history. Number 1. The stock market is dangerously overvalued. There's an indicator that Warren Buffett himself created. It's literally called the Buffett Indicator. It measures the total value of the US stock market compared to the country's GDP. When this number goes above 100%, Buffett says you're playing with fire. Right now, that indicator is sitting at nearly 200%. That is higher than it was before the dot-com crash, higher than it was before the 2008 financial crisis, higher than it has ever been in recorded history. And every single time this indicator reached extreme levels in the past, a major crash followed. Not sometimes, every time. Number 2, inflation is not truly under control. Yes, the headlines say inflation is coming down, but go to any grocery store, fill up your gas tank, try to buy a house, try to pay for your kids' college tuition. You know the truth. The cost of living in America is crushing ordinary families. And here's what most people don't understand. Even when inflation comes down, that doesn't mean prices go back to where they were. It just means they're rising slower. The damage is already done. Your dollar today buys significantly less than it did just a few years ago. Buffett has always said that inflation is the silent tax on every American. And right now, that tax is eating people alive. Number 3, the national debt is a ticking time bomb. The United States national debt has now surpassed $36 trillion. That number is almost impossible to comprehend. But here's what you need to understand. The interest payments alone on that debt now exceed what we spend on national defense. Warren Buffett addressed this directly. He said, and I quote, "Fiscal folly has consequences." He warned that the U.S. government's reckless spending is creating a situation that could devalue the dollar and devastate the savings of ordinary Americans. He's not saying this to be political. He's saying it because he's done the math, and the math doesn't lie. Number 4. Global instability is creating economic chaos. Trade wars, tariffs, geopolitical tensions with China and Russia, supply chain disruptions. The global economic order that has kept American prosperity stable for decades is cracking, and the ripple effects are heading straight for your wallet. Buffett has always said he bets on America long term, but even he acknowledges that the short to medium term could get extremely painful. And that brings us to the 5th and most terrifying thing Buffett sees. Most Americans are completely unprepared. The average American household has less than $1,000 in savings. Credit card debt is at an all-time high, over $1.14 trillion nationally. Auto loan delinquencies are surging, and millions of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck while investing blindly in a market that is historically overextended. That combination, no savings, massive debt, and overexposure to an inflated market, is a recipe for financial devastation. And that's exactly why Warren Buffett is sounding the alarm. Now here's where this video gets really valuable, because Buffett isn't just warning us. Throughout his career, he has laid out exactly what ordinary Americans should do to protect themselves. And I've distilled this into 5 critical steps that you need to take right now. Step number 1, build your cash reserve immediately. Look at what Buffett himself is doing. He is holding cash, record amounts of cash. And there's a reason for that. Cash gives you options. Cash gives you power. When the market crashes, and history tells us it will, the people who have cash will be able to buy assets for pennies on the dollar. The people who don't have cash, they'll be forced to sell at the worst possible time just to survive. Buffett has always said, cash is like oxygen. You don't notice it until it's gone. Start building your emergency fund today. 3 to 6 months of living expenses minimum. If you can get to 12 months, even better. Put it in a high-yield savings account or short-term treasury bills, the same thing Buffett is doing. This is not optional. This is survival. Step number 2, eliminate your high-interest debt like your financial life depends on it. Because it does. Credit card debt at 20 to 30% interest is a wealth destroyer. Every single month you carry that balance, you are literally burning money. In a downturn, that debt becomes a chain around your neck. Buffett has said, if you're paying 18% on credit cards, there's no investment that can match that return. Pay it off. Cut the cards if you have to. Do whatever it takes. Because when the storm hits, the people drowning in debt are the ones who don't make it through. Step number 3, stop speculating and start investing wisely. This is one of Buffett's most important lessons, and almost nobody follows it. He has said repeatedly that for the average American, the single best investment is a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. Not individual stocks, not crypto, not meme stocks, not whatever your friend on social media is pushing. A simple, diversified, low-cost index fund, and then dollar-cost average into it consistently over time. Now, does that mean you should be dumping all your money into the market right now while it's at all-time highs? No. This is where step 1 comes back. Build your cash, be patient, and when the market corrects, you'll be ready to invest aggressively when everyone else is panicking. Buffett has made his greatest investments during times of maximum fear. The 2008 financial crisis, the 2020 pandemic crash. He buys when blood is in the streets. You should be positioning yourself to do the same thing. Step number 4, invest in yourself and your ability to earn income. This is something Buffett talks about that most financial channels completely ignore. He has said, the best investment you can make is in your own abilities. Your skills, your knowledge, your ability to earn, that is the one asset that can never be taken away from you. No market crash can destroy it. No recession can steal it. Learn a high-income skill. Start a side business. Get the certification or training that will make you more valuable in the marketplace. Because in a downturn, the people who thrive are the ones who can generate income regardless of what the economy is doing. Buffett started making money as a kid, delivering newspapers, selling gum door to door. He has always understood that your earning power is your ultimate safety net. Start building yours today. Step number 5, and this is the most important one. Do not panic, but do not be complacent either. This is the balance that separates people who build wealth from people who lose everything. Buffett is not running around screaming that the world is ending, but he's also not sitting on his hands pretending everything is fine. He's preparing. Quietly, strategically, deliberately. His message has always been the same. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. Right now, the market is at all-time highs. Social media is full of people bragging about their gains. Everyone thinks they're a genius investor. That is textbook greed. And that's exactly when Buffett gets cautious. You should too. Prepare now. Build your cash reserve. Eliminate your debt. Have a clear investment strategy. Invest in your skills. And when the correction comes, and it will come, you won't just survive, you'll thrive. Section 4, the bigger picture. Now I want to share something that Buffett said at what could be his final annual shareholder meeting, because it hit differently. He looked out at that crowd, tens of thousands of people who have followed him for decades, and he gave what many consider to be his farewell message. He talked about America. He talked about gratitude. and he talked about the responsibility that each of us has to manage our financial lives wisely. He said, "Never bet against America." And he means it. Long term, he believes this country will continue to prosper and innovate and grow. But, and this is the critical part, he also made it clear that the path forward will not be smooth. There will be disruptions. There will be crises. There will be moments of extreme fear and extreme pain in the markets. The Americans who prepare for those moments will come out the other side wealthier and stronger. The Americans who don't, who ignore the warnings, who carry too much debt, who have no savings, who chase speculative investments without a plan, they will be devastated. That's not fear-mongering, that's just financial reality. And it's the same reality that has played out in every major economic downturn in American history. Buffett isn't giving this warning because he wants to scare you. He's giving it because he cares about the average American investor, and he knows that most people won't hear this message until it's too late. But you're watching this video right now. That means you're already ahead of 95% of people. You're educating yourself. You're taking this seriously. And that's exactly what Buffett would want you to do. So here's what I need you to do right now. First, take action on those 5 steps. Don't just watch this video and move on with your day. Actually do something. Open that high-yield savings account tonight. Make a plan to attack your credit card debt this week. Set up an automatic investment into an index fund. Start learning a new skill this month. The difference between people who build wealth and people who don't, it's not intelligence, it's action. Second, subscribe to US Wealth Academy right now and turn on notifications, because this is just the beginning. I'm going to be breaking down more strategies, more insights from the greatest financial minds in history, and more actionable steps you can take to protect and grow your wealth, no matter what the economy does. This channel is your financial education headquarters, and in times like these, financial education isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Third, share this video with someone you care about, your spouse, your parents, your kids, your best friend, because the people who need to hear this message the most are the ones who probably aren't looking for it. Be the person who warns them before it's too late. Warren Buffett has spent his entire life learning the rules of money, and he's giving us his final playbook. The question is, are you going to use it? I'm betting you will. This is US Wealth Academy. I'll see you in the next video. And remember, your wealth is your responsibility. Start building it today.